Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet. The 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Corporations brace for potential tax reforms, with CEOs and investors calculating the impact on profit margins as Trump's policies could tip the scales either toward new investment opportunities or tighter fiscal policies. As corporate America prepares for potential deregulation, small businesses weigh the pros and cons. Will eased restrictions foster growth, or will large corporations dominate the market, stifling competition? Major players in the financial sector, from banks to investment firms, eye Trump's approach to regulatory oversight with mixed expectations. Will a lighter touch mean more risk-taking in lending practices, or will economic stability come first? Meanwhile, consumer goods industries brace for potential shifts in import tariffs, questioning whether American manufacturing will rise to the challenge or if higher production costs will pass to consumers, driving prices up. The international landscape faces transformation, as Trump's America First stance could once again strain trade agreements, pushing foreign markets to seek new alliances and diversify away from U.S. reliance. In the oil-rich Middle East, producers calculate the potential outcomes of an administration leaning toward fossil fuel interests, predicting shifts in global oil prices, production caps, and energy demands from North America to Asia. Real estate moguls speculate on Trump's potential influence on mortgage rates, property investments, and housing developments. Could his policies push for a boom in luxury real estate, or will affordable housing needs go unaddressed? Wall Street's hedge fund managers and individual investors alike brace for volatility as Trump's influence over markets, once leading to massive surges, could reawaken, creating gains for some and losses for others as speculators track every move. The auto industry watches closely, as domestic manufacturers stand to benefit from America First production policies, yet they face obstacles if trade tensions escalate and parts supply chains are affected. Pharmaceutical giants and healthcare providers wait for clarity on Trump's approach to healthcare regulation. Will drug prices see relief, or will deregulation mean higher costs and fewer checks on pharmaceutical profits? Tech giants monitor potential shifts in data privacy and antitrust policies, as Trump's approach could either foster innovation or leave these companies battling increased scrutiny at home and abroad. Renewable energy proponents worry that Trump's favoring of traditional energy could slow down progress toward green energy initiatives, leaving solar, wind, and electric industries to fend off competition from fossil fuels. In agriculture, farmers consider the implications for international trade, especially if tariff wars impact export prices for American produce, from soybeans to wheat, possibly driving costs up or disrupting rural economies. The construction industry anticipates the potential for infrastructure projects spurred by private-public partnerships, as Trump's administration might push for development that boosts construction jobs while raising questions over public interest versus profit motives. Education funding faces scrutiny as Trump's past push for privatized education could re-emerge, creating debate over public school funding, charter schools, and educational standards. Law enforcement and the private prison sector eye potential changes in immigration and crime policies that may impact budgets, staffing, and private contracts, stirring conversations over human rights versus profit motives. Social media platforms brace for a resurgence of polarizing commentary that could affect platform stability and user trust, as Trump's messaging stirs, debates, and draws global attention. Consumer confidence rests on whether Trump's policies alleviate inflation or if economic inequality widens, leaving middle-income families to bear the brunt of rising prices and financial insecurity. Hospitality and tourism wonder how travel restrictions, tariffs, or foreign policy could affect international tourism and hospitality revenue, especially in metropolitan hubs reliant on global visitors. Military contractors prepare for potential shifts in defense budgets as Trump's stance on international security could mean either ramped-up spending or a re-evaluation of international commitments. The retail industry eyes tariffs on imported goods as companies from fashion to electronics worry about higher costs trickling down to consumers if trade disputes escalate. Environmentalists and sustainability advocates prepare for renewed battles over climate policies, fearing that profit motives could overshadow long-term environmental responsibilities and climate change commitments. Charitable organizations consider the potential impact on tax-deductible donation, which might shift with economic policies that could either encourage or discourage philanthropy. Labor unions weigh the impact on workers' rights and wages, considering if policies favoring big businesses will lead to job creation or merely higher profits at the expense of worker benefits. Global investors monitor the US dollar's strength, as Trump's policies might influence currency values, affecting everything from imports to travel costs for Americans abroad. Media and entertainment sectors expect a surge in news cycles, as Trump's presence consistently drives audience engagement, impacting advertising revenue and digital media strategies. The aerospace and defense industries stand by, considering how potential international conflicts or alliances might drive demand for their products. The banking industry analyzes risks associated with Trump's financial policies, questioning whether loosening of regulations could benefit big banks while raising risks for smaller institutions. Finally, millions of Americans await to see if this comeback will truly translate into growth, or if it will mean deeper challenges for the middle class, businesses, and the economy as a whole.